What made you lose interest in your crush? My grade 5 teacher ruined it for me because he had told my whole class about us. He somehow figured it out. That's so jackass of him. I found out he was sleeping with at least 4 other women, and all of them thought he was only serious about them, and the others were just crazy stalkers. I had no idea he was capable of it, and I lost a lot of respect for him afterwards. Well, there's some impressive time management and communication contingency skills here. Took a step back and realized she was a self-centered narcissist who always made whoever her current boyfriend was miserable. Decided I didn't want to be miserable. You got it. I was with a narcissist, even married him. That was a mistake I will never make again, because now it's pretty easy for me to spot a narcissist. I got rejected by her. No harm done. At least I asked her out. Good. Knowing how to get over people you once liked that now aren't interested is one of the best things you can do for yourself. I instantly lose interest when the other person isn't interested too. It would be pity to do otherwise. While there are people out there who look exactly for someone like us. Them only messaging back once a day. I get it, that people can be busy, but I need someone more compatible with me. This hits close to home unfortunately. When she tossed her Taco Bell trash out her car window. People like this should be immediately left on the side of the road. I mean, wherever you're going there's definitely a trash can. TBH, time just passed, and my interest just slowly faded away. Sometimes it was cause I saw that they are already dating, so I'll let them be again. You just gotta let her know you're an option. Because she had a crush on my friend. Damn, that sucks. I realized we didn't have anything in common. This is important. When she seriously explained poor behavior due to Mercury being in retrograde or something. Reading horoscopes, okay, maybe fun in the same way fortune cookies are, but to actually live your life by that. I'm not usually a duck, it's just that Mercury is in Gatorade. I've shared this before, but it remains, well, you'll see. The following exchange is offered verbatim, or as near to it as I can remember. That suit would look great on you. Me, checking the price. Too bad I don't have $900. Just use your credit card. Me, I still wouldn't have $900. What are you talking about? Me, I try to pay off my balance in full when I use my credit card. That's more than I can afford right now. Irritated. That makes 0 sense. Nobody pays for credit cards. They give them to you. Me, not the card, the balance. The bill. What bill? Me. The credit card bill? The one you have to pay every month. No, you don't. Me. Okay, well, I guess you can make minimum payments, but, interrupting. What are you talking about? You are making 0 sense. If you don't like the suit, just say so. Me, I do like the suit, I just can't afford it. Using my credit card wouldn't magically make it, so I wouldn't have to pay. You don't pay for credit cards. What is wrong with you? Me, wait. Do you mean that you've never paid your credit card bill? There's no such thing. Credit cards are, so you don't have to pay. It eventually came to light that the young woman had been given her credit card by her parents, who paid the balance for her whenever they received a bill. This revelation only occurred after I'd been accused of trying to make her feel guilty for buying sweet shop clothing, though I never did figure out where that connection occurred. TL. Doctor, I discovered that my crush had a very bizarre view of how money works. Some people are so effing clueless, and it's clearly the parents who F them up by enabling them. He was very seriously into astrology. Thank you. I'm so glad to know I'm not the only one who finds this a turn-off. Realizing that 4 years of one-sided feelings and rejection was not healthy, and I had been missing out on plenty of wonderful girls who liked me, I was obsessed with this one girl, who in hindsight, had nothing I was particularly interested in. I think it was more of the idea that I liked her that I confused with actual feelings. I was young, inexperienced, and foolish. I do think that my stupidity taught me something though. It helped shape me into who I am. I'm still not great, but it's a work in progress. Looking back at it, I was a pretty creepy dude. I wish I could apologize for my behavior. Keep your chin up, king. It's gonna get better, as long as you try to make it better. She was very racist. OMG, that slur was a typical Asian driver. Yeah, dude wondered why I said no thank to another date. Finding out she was imaginary. F. Cute guy at work asked if he could add me on Facebook, and I said sure. Turns out he types like a moron. Complete text speak that was so short and it was almost unreadable, with incorrect grammar, no punctuation at all, and when he did use real words he spelled them wrong. For instance, can't instead of can't. I told him to knock it off, because it's hard to read. He did. We are getting married in less than a year. It's not often that a person ups their game when asked. She was anti-vax. Good job, we need to breed these people out of existence. She didn't do anything bad, I just lost interest in her, that's it. Time changes everything for better or worse. There was a girl from high school. I was head over heels for her. Now a senior in college. When I see her, there were no attraction, no butterfly, just nothing. Post-nut clarity. I less more than I use logic and it ends poorly if I don't think it through. But I did date a woman based completely on how she looked in a swimsuit, and she's my best friend now. I don't know what I'm doing. Send help. I stopped liking sugary drinks. I think the username checks out. When I realized she had no ambition to better her situation, just complained about it with no intention of improvement. My friend has the very same problem, and it's not very uncommon these days, and it worries me. I was rejected by her 3ex, but she gets back together with an ex who she broke up with because he cheated on her. If she's willing to give a trashy guy like that another chance before she gives me one, I figured she's not the one for me. Her telling me to cease all forms of contact with her. She was the most popular girl in our grade. She was good at everything, and she was extremely pretty. After realizing that I was just an awkward, insecure adolescent at the time, I realized that I was totally out of her league, and gave up. There's no such thing as out of your league. I had to have the hots for this one girl who wasn't exactly popular in high school, but had a good group of friends, was a 10, and had dudes going crazy over her. She told me she was crushing on me at that same time, and I was exactly that. Awkward, weird, and was the quiet loner guy. Due to college and being states apart now, we don't have a title currently, but we both have made it known that once we get that stuff sorted out, we'll be something. Anyways, you never know. If you're good friends and you got the hots for her, maybe she got the hots for you. You never know. If she doesn't know you exist, that's different, LMAO. Just don't be afraid to shoot your shot, because you aren't in her league. If a girl likes you, she likes you. Pretty girls get with weird dudes all the time. As long as you treat a John right, you're golden. He was so attractive, but his personality is like the devil. Not today, Satan. I married her and had a daughter with her, so she is no longer my crush but my partner. So it's getting kind of serious then. She liked another guy. I had no idea. She was effing another guy. I had no idea either. Also, that's how I learned that you can't assume someone isn't competition just because they already have a GF. She decided one day her way of de-stressing was going on a weed meth crack binge over several nights. I had no idea she was into that. Least funny person on planet Earth. She got super religious and realized that we wouldn't really work out. I was originally attracted to her physically and liked her taste in music. Then I talked to her and found out that she was shallow and had sex with guys out of convenience rather than intimacy, so I dropped those feelings. What do you mean out of convenience? This has been many years ago, but she had started uncontrollably drinking more and more. It was sad. What made me lose interest is one night we were at a restaurant. They had outside seating, and the seats were this metal mesh seats. She was wearing a sundress and decided she into the restroom and began to pee through the seat onto the ground. That was the point I was like, yeah, I'm out. About a year later, she decided her drinking had became an issue. It was an issue way before then, and checked herself in for treatment. She reached out to me about a year later to apologize for how she had been, but I had moved on at that point and I wished her well. She started effing this other guy, not me. When my whole class found out and told them, they hated me for the rest of the year. At least they knew. When I found out they had feelings for me, like a crush is not supposed to crush you back. Yeah, I wouldn't want to date someone who would want to date me. How pathetic could a person be? Got rejected and then ghosted. F. He proudly told me how bad he treated women and how he dealt drugs in the past. Then hit me with the "you don't know the backstory" emotional blah blah. Her husband. Did you at least marry him? We bonded over weird crazy humor, but eventually I matured a little more, and his humor got a little too much and offensive for me to handle on a daily basis. We ended up being chill friends that talk a little from time to time. Emotional abuse killed any desire I had for her pretty quickly. I'd rather be single than with someone who abuses you and doesn't even show remorse for it. Don't forget to like this video and follow this channel to hear more Redditception.